Thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimpcast. Ooh, we done stepped in the room. Slide me the microphone again. Whoa. Don't forget to holler at me. We up in this thing. You know how we doing. Dropping bombs real motherfucking early. We got some busy people in the cast, so we always show love. So we blow on the air horns in advance for Linopoly, not in the building. The posse, she's still down with the posse. She out there making that moolah. How you think we doing so good? Yeah, ain't a game out here.
Cheddar. Thriller.
Yeah.
Dead presidents.
Pepper Jack. Colby Jack. You know how we rock. Now we got here, you're here with the Velvet Vibes Pimpcast. First off, gonna make sure to introduce ourselves and do it right. You got the Velvet Juggernaut in the house.
You know what's the motherfucking juggernaut?
You know we got here, the Wild Child.
Wild child.
Talk to him, baby.
It's cold outside, but I'm warm inside.
Yeah, got things spicy from all that vodka, and you know we got Scorpion King in here.
Get over here! Scorpion King.
Talk to him, my guy.
That's good. Y'all ready for another hot episode that's gonna get dropped? So.
Hey.
Yoga! Rain!
Just that hot. Speaking of hot, we know that S.A. Wildchild is feeling super hot down his esophagus with all the vodka he just took down. What's going on, Wildchild? Why are you taking down so much vodka? You about to slide down a pole later on tonight?
Hashtag stay thirsty. I may dabble, dib a little bit, you know what I'm saying? May put my best foot forward, you know what I'm saying?
They may have to hit you on Cash App.
Yeah, you might have to hit me on the Cash App, you know what I'm saying? You may have to hit me on any type of payment method. I prefer cash, but I do something strange for some change, make it holler for $1. And
whoa.
Whoa. Should I not promote myself?
Whoa. I'm going to go ahead and take this to a place here. Now, first off, did y'all anybody heard the Meek Mill album?
You know, I still ain't heard that joint. And I'm slacking, bro. I am slacking because I keep seeing people been dropping it. Like they been like I see it on the snap. Like people like, yo, I'm listening to it. Like
that shit banging, man.
I heard it. Matter of fact, I'm about to go.
Yeah, you put that in your notepad of things to do.
My favorite one is what's free so far.
Oh yeah, man, that Oodles and Noodles is bang.
I heard that
I heard somebody else dropped that one on there.
Yeah,
somebody on Snap put it out there like they were like it's just go hard.
Yeah, that's the vibe of the week, man. If y'all, you know, I know it's a new week for y'all. I know y'all listening in on a brand new week, but it's still the vibe of the week. That goddamn Meek Mill is banging. What you call it? Gucci Mane dropped one today. I ain't through checking that one out.
Okay.
He cooking.
Damn, I'm
on that was free. Ross is going off on the
Yeah.
So you figured out it was Tekashi.
That's what a lot of people saying. I heard that. I said,
I did my research on YouTube. and Jay-Z, he going off on Yeezy. And
well, you know, he actually,
it's a little bit of Yeezy. But then it's basically both of them, but he said he not.
Talking about Ye?
Yeah,
he put a tweet out. They was shocked. They said Jay-Z ain't tweeted since 2017. And
I believe that.
And they said he tweeted, he was like, hey, I ain't talking about Kanye. I was like, I said that brotherly love's still there.
Oh, okay.
You know, you fuck with somebody so long, you probably want to pluck them on the head, but you still like,
Oh, yeah.
I still love you. You know what I'm saying? But, what have y'all heard? First off, I'm feeling messy today. If you wonder why I'm bringing all this news. Y'all heard about R. Kelly?
That's why. Hey, Scorp, I like that, bro. We should have a petty time every episode.
If we need to have petty time, because I got
we just got motherfuckers just got to be petty sometimes, bro. Like I just feel like if you don't do nothing out your day, I feel like once a day you just got to be petty, bro. And that's for everybody. Like I feel like you should just be petty, like once a day. Be like, look at this motherfucker. Right
we finna get real petty then because
I ain't heard about this. I heard about Kelly.
Look, R. Kelly pissing me off because I keep defending R. Kelly,
but he keep fucking up,
and he keep doing something.
What he did now?
First off, this video happened in 2011, but it has just surfaced.
Oh Lord!
That he went to Ethiopia, and he sung a song, "Baby, do you got your shots? You want to come back to America with me?"
So he trying to slide him in Ethiopia?
Yeah, he trying to get them to come back. He tried to bring them back, but that ain't as you would say, the kicker.
I got it. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America. America. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Who wants to come back with us to America? To America.
This is something what he did recently, or the allegations at least, because it's always allegations. May not be true, but Lifetime, as you probably, if y'all don't know already, they're doing a documentary on R. Kelly and his freakiness. And
I want to see it. I want to see it.
And they have a whole bunch of the victims that have been locked in his sex basement, in his sex rooms. And they was going to be on the set. So they was having a release party for the documentary this past week. Angela Yee talked about it on Breakfast Club, and I seen a lot of other sources discuss that they was in the building. They said when they got ready to open for the Lifetime documentary party to, promote it, that there was a unnamed gunman that called in that did a gun threat that they finna shoot the whole building up. So they said they put a threat out, so they closed the party. Now Lifetime afraid, they don't know what to do with this documentary. People saying they think R. Kelly called in there and told him.
I don't think that kills. I think he had something to do with it.
I think he might have had his goons give him a phone call. They shut the whole party down. They told
got goons, bro.
Yeah, look. First off, don't sleep on R&B niggas. Chris Brown been fighting forever, even though he fight the wrong people. Since he be fighting the wrong person. We know how that go, but he be out here trying to catch you with the dudes as well. And then what you call it? I remember back when, even though that wasn't technically R&B, but I remember when Nate Dogg put a bomb in his wife's car and blew that shit up. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, they had some kind of argument, and he put a bomb in the car, and I was like, hold on. I said, KC been with the shits for a long time. Nate Dogg with the shit. Sometimes we don't need to worry about the rappers. These rappers just be talking. These singers out here, they kicking ass.
Yeah, right.
August Alsina be with the shit. A lot of these R&B niggas is Trey Songz did punch the police. You remember a little bit back
I remember that one.
when they tried to kick him off his set. He punched the police in the mouth or some shit.
Detroit.
I think so.
Yeah, that was in Detroit. They told him he had a time limit to get out the state. I think like 12 o'clock midnight.
Yeah.
He went past midnight. And he like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. These R&B niggas, don't let that singing fool you. Yeah.
He had to go to court for this shit.
Exactly. So that I'm just like I'm a little kind of one. I agree with Scorp. I'm sure R. Kelly didn't pick up the phone and make that call, but I wouldn't be shocked if R. Kelly didn't make that phone call happen.
Right. Like he gave a look or something. And was like, yo, you know what to do.
Yeah. All right. He told his bodyguards or goons or people to be around him. Hey, shut that shit down.
Yeah, shut him down.
They talking about me. After I dropped this song, I admit it.
I wonder his lifetime gonna feel it like maybe we shouldn't drop this documentary, or is they gonna drop it anyway?
I don't think they're gonna do it.
Because if they drop it anyway, I wonder what's gonna come of that.
Oh, they drop it. Kale's gonna hang.
Oh yeah.
Kale's gonna hang if they drop it.
Oh, I can picture that. See, they picturing I Believe I Can Fly. They thinking about the wrong Kales.
The wrong kills.
They ain't thinking about when he was hanging with Jeezy. Go get her.
And hanging with Snoop too.
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
Not to mention Kellis is from Chicago, so I don't think we have to say too much more. That once you say that, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I see where you're from. I know how you get down. Kevin Hart, and I'm gonna pull up some details on this gentleman here. I'm actually proud of Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart recently he was offered to do the Oscars.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The award.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he was going to be the host. And as usual, when people get a gig, people start digging back. They look back, they said over 10 years of all of his tweets that he tweeted over the past 10 years. And they found homophobic tweets. And they said that something that he said, I think he said it was, don't quote me, like 2009 or something like that. And he said that he tweeted something homophobic that, however he felt about that. And that the Oscars called him and said, you need to apologize. Normally when this happened, when people get caught up in the bullshit, they start apologizing and making an apology video. This is what Kevin Hart had to say. I'm going to just let y'all hear it.
Off in the academy, and that call basically said, Kevin, apologize for your tweets of old, or we're going to have to move on and find another host. Talking about the tweets from 2009, 2010. I chose to pass. I passed on the apology. The reason why I passed is because I've addressed this several times. This is not the first time this has come up. I've addressed it. I've spoken on it. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I've said who I am now versus who I was then. I've done it. I'm not going to continue to go back and tap into the days of old when I moved on and I'm in a completely different space of my life. The same energy that went into finding those old tweets could be the same energy put into finding the response to the questions that have been asked years after years after years. We feed in the internet trolls and we reward them. I'm not going to do it, man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to stay in my ground. Regardless, Academy, I'm thankful and appreciative of the opportunity. If it goes away, no harm, no foul. So I just got a call from the Academy.
So he turned down the opportunity to do the Oscars. First off, that means that he got money and he's straight. He don't he don't have to do the Oscars. Second off, they told him you need to apologize. He said, "Fuck that." What's your thoughts on this, Wild Child? Do you think he should have apologized for what he said 10 years ago?
For what?
My thing is this. If you look back 10 years on anybody, you, me, all of us, I'm sure I said
something.
I'm sure I said something that's not okay today.
I guarantee it.
It's not okay today. But we got to quit being punk ass bitches in 2018. Going on into 2019, we got to quit being punk ass bitches. Because people, do you feel he should have scored? Or you think you agree with when he said he's addressed this already?
First and foremost, shout out to Kevin Hart. He did your thing in the tone. You know.
Oh yeah, you recently went to one of his shows, so. Hey.
Secondly, I don't feel. I mean, he doing the right thing. I mean, the shit is old. Why bring up old stuff? 10 years. 10 years.
Them niggas got shit on their own self.
I mean,
pull they shit 10 years ago.
Right.
I mean, if it's that important, you got to pull some shit back, do some research on folks 10 years ago just to do an award show. Then, I mean,
That's wild.
I'm just like him, man. I wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
I mean, that's old. The past is the past.
I'm
Let it go. I think you should let it go.
I don't got nothing against nobody, but I will say this. Nobody has won against the gay community except Lil Duval and Chick-fil-A. Okay. So that's a very strange because when Lil Duval had said something, it's been a minute, but he had said something about if he had sex with somebody and then they told him that he was transgender, after the fact, he said he would kill him. That's the words of Lil Duval. But then he went back and said, I'm not saying I have something against that. Because he said his sister was gay or whatever. But he said he has something against that you didn't give me a choice. Like you did it and told me after the fact. So then people came against him and they said he should apologize. He said, I refuse. And everybody said he's probably done. And all I gotta say is this one thing: living my best life. That song did well. So he ain't done. Folks was fucking with him still. Kevin Hart, I know they gonna still be fucking with him, even though they kind of mad at him after cheating on his wife, and they probably gonna mess with him after this. And Chick-fil-A, they ain't even open on Sunday. They're like super religious, and they're like, and they had something like years back when they was saying that they want to speak out. I don't want to misquote anything, but they said they want to speak out against that or something of that nature. And people said Chick-fil-A wasn't going to go out of business. Right. But I'm here to tell you, S.A. Wildchild just got through dipping his nuggets in the sauce. Yeah. So, since I do want to say this, marriage has been a strong topic this week. And if you don't know, when we say this week, you may be asking yourself, especially if you're a first-time listener, where has the conversation been? You may want to join the Velvet Vibes Pimpcast Facebook group. We're gonna start here before we get to the real shits. The Scorpion King may know where we're headed to when we talk about marriage. We're gonna start here. We didn't even get into this just yet in the group, but if your wife deny your last name, just say you proposed to a young lady, y'all been rocking for a minute.
Right.
She says, hey, there's not a lot of people in my family with our last name. Just say maybe there's a lot of females and they've been married and there's a lot of name changing. She sees the end of her family name. She doesn't want that to happen. She tells you, I'm not changing my last name. I'm going to keep my last name. We're still getting married. I'm still going to marry you. I want to keep my last name. What is your response to this, Wild Child? Are y'all still getting married?
It's harsh to say in regards to a simple name change to where you don't get married. But yeah, we're gonna have to separate. Because I just don't.
That alone is enough.
Yeah, my last name is this, and then your last name is still this, but we a family. And like, I'm not. Unfortunately, you have that stage right and keep your family name. Go ahead.
Yeah. You be like, you could definitely keep your name in a certain way.
Yeah.
But there won't be no ring either.
No. You me that back.
Scorp, she just want to keep her name. She do want to marry you. She wants to marry you. She just like, hey, can I keep my name?
Well, I mean, with that being said, I mean,
She-
a lot of celebrities.
She signing the papers. She doing everything.
Yeah, but there's a lot of celebrities out here that's doing that also. I mean, you got prime example.
I wonder did Offset and Cardi change their names.
Oh no,
That's a whole nother
that's
thing.
a whole other ball game. That's a whole other ball game.
You saw they broke up.
Yeah. But prime example, and I hope Monopoly's not listening to this.
No, let her listen. You welcome to hear this.
I don't know if this is true, but sources was told that Kanye changed his last name to a Kardashian.
Whoa.
I'm done with that.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I'm gonna look deeper into it.
Or,
I ain't gonna speak on that.
I'm gonna say either Kim kept her last name and had Kim Kardashian West.
Oh yeah. That's
It
you.
was one of the two.
That's what it was.
I don't know which one it is, but
So okay, cool. He actually opened up another because that's what happened. It's Kardashian West.
Yeah.
But will you let your girl do a hyphen? Like if she say, "Hey, I'm gonna be Miller/blank or blank/Miller."
Well, I feel like in his situation, like she had a reason to, like, and I'm not saying that this reason in regards to like saying, "Hey, I want to keep the family last name," is not a reason. I understand, but I still don't feel like it's a full legit reason.
yeah.
I feel like you just like an 80-20 type vibe. Now with the Kardashian name, because that name is actually like ridiculously famous.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why she hyphenates.
She wants to keep it. So would you be rocking with a hyphen? Like if they say, "Hey, I'm gonna take your name, I'm just gonna hyphen and keep mine as well."
Nope.
So it need to be your name and only your name.
You either all in or
Yeah.
not all in.
I'm all in regards to this. So
Cause folks fuck with that, you know.
and I understand the situation. It's just like I get it. I do get it. So it's not something I don't get. You want to carry out this legacy that is your family, which is great, and you don't want it to die.
Mm-hmm.
Which I agree with 100%. But that's just not how I rock.
Scorp, do you permit this in your household? They want to get married. They want to hold that pen and they want to sign the paperwork. And they do want to take your name. They just want to have both. That's what it sounds like to me. It sound like you want to do both.
Cake and eat it too.
Yeah, you want to say, "Hey, I'm gonna take your name. I'm gonna also keep my name."
You can keep your name as you sign the boyfriend.
Oh my god.
Sign the marriage papers at all.
Oh my god.
That's just how I see the situation.
Wow.
You can be like us and sign them papers.
You know, yeah, I'm not fucking with that. Like, if you trying to keep your own name, I just feel like I know this may be different. I just feel like you ain't ready for the marriage. Like, I feel like you're still, your mind is still elsewhere.
Right.
Not like you finna cheat or something, but
Right.
you just like, you're not all the way in. You're like, I'm not really sold on this idea. And I know last week we talked about if you get, if they decline your proposal and etc.
Right.
Nah, I'm just talking about like if they gonna take your name or not. If you ain't taking my name, we're not getting married. Now, if you don't believe in marriage and we had that talk and if it was all right and we rocking. But if we trying to get married, which is, as Jagged Edge said, let's get married, the goal. You know what I'm saying? Then shit, I'm trying to, like, you gonna take my name or that's it, or I'm just gonna to the left. I know we give a lot of homage to that young lady here, but I might have to move to the left if you ain't taking my name, because at the end of the day, us dudes we gotta hold our ground somewhere, and that's what's bringing me right to where we discuss who comes first in a woman's life: the husband, the father, the son, or the baby daddy.
Oh, the Holy Spirit. No,
We're gonna let Scorpion start off here.
I don't want to start off first.
We need to understand where you coming from. We can't we can't understand if you don't speak on it.
I put it to you like this, you know. I say in the comment that, you know, somebody had posted that the child is temporary. But me personally, I would say that, you know, I done said, I mean, some folks said the child should go first. Some said the husband should go first. I mean, everybody got their own opinion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get mad at people's opinion. But to me, you know, what if, to my mindset is, what if the marriage don't work? You know, that's why I say you should keep the child first.
Mm-hmm.
What if the marriage don't work? You know what I'm saying? What if you have like a Ike Turner type of daddy or something like that, a husband or something like that, you know, or, you know what I'm saying, you got a husband that, you know, that can't hold the household down or cheat on you all the time and stuff like that.
And they end up departing.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's why, my opinion, I said you should keep the child first.
So when you talking about yourself, how do you feel? Do you feel you're gonna be there all the time? Or are you gonna be in the stepping in the streets?
First of all, when I was married, I would say this, you know what I'm saying?
You were holding it down then, huh?
I was holding it down then, you know what I'm saying? For as I know we talked about this before, about who should eat first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I come home, or I always make sure my daughter, she ate before I did, you know, because like I said, I'm ready for her to eat before I eat. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the struggle. There's many times that I didn't have that much food in the household.
Mm-hmm.
So I go without eating, but I want to make sure my child eat. Because, you know, that's all.
You don't want to eat lobster and then she eat a vaini.
I mean, as far as if we go out to eat to a buffet or something, you know, I make sure I get her plate first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the way she eat, and then I'll go back and get my plate. Or if we go, you order off a menu, you know what I'm saying, I get my food first, I'll give her my food that's on my plate until her plate comes.
And how do you feel about this, Wild Child?
It's a great question.
Because this is a question that there ain't no wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's just what make you feel the way you feel.
I feel like the husband should eat first, and I feel like if it's the right husband, I mean, in the sense, and if he ain't going nowhere or anything like that,
like y'all know what this is.
We solid.
We didn't meet yesterday and get married tomorrow.
It's going down no matter what, and he's gonna make sure that everything is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's right, everything else is right. That's because he's right. His lady's right. The kids is right. It don't matter. Everything else is right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in regards to the food situation that we discussed, his plate is set first down at the table. That doesn't mean he's eating first.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So his plate is set down. His plate is made first. She still serves the children, and then they all eat together.
That's a strong ass point right there.
That's when the man's right,
because
everything else is right.
Because I fuck with that. Because I feel like the husband should eat first or receive the food first.
There you go.
The way you said it. Because now, if you give me my food first and then I start eating, and then I see you sprinkle a rice crumb and a crouton on my child plate, I'm over here with lobster and Alfredo, and I look over to my left and I see a crouton and I see a baby crying, then I'm gonna feel like shit.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, damn, like, oh, I didn't know why I was eating this lobster tail. This is what was going on to my left. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying the man gets, so maybe the question needs to be worded better. Because even in the sense of that, I think the man gets served first. But at the same time, when she bring my plate, I don't start eating She just brings my plate. I still remain seated. She bring her daughter's plate, my son's plate. She get her plate coming over to we all have a seat. I see all around the table that we all have plates.
Everybody's good.
And then we bow our head and we pray and then we eat. Now, if she bring me my plate and then I eat it and then I see kids crying, then I ain't shit either.
Yeah, so
we can't even look at her at this point.
Right. So if you get your plate and there's still some scenarios going on, maybe kids not there, or whatever the case may be, then that means, okay, you got your plate first. So that also means that the food is ready. So that also means that she's tending to food, and that means that even if your plate is on the table, that means you may need to tend to something else before the fork is even picked up.
Mm-hmm.
So in the event that you came home, I think you still deserve your plate first.
Yeah.
Because you are the provider.
That don't mean you say fuck everybody.
Yeah, you don't say fuck everybody.
Yeah.
And in the situation of what's the question? Hold on. Backtrack.
Yeah, rewind it.
So the question.
So we at
We're drunk.
who we all drunk here.
Yeah.
We at who's the, because the question originally is who's the most important. We made our way to the plate, but who's the most important?
In regards to the father and the
baby daddy,
the baby daddy.
the wife,
the husband is still in that sense because of the simple fact that
the father gave to me. The father gave
you away, and in the point of baby daddy, he's there but not there, and you still rocking with her.
I'm rocking with Chauncey here. Chauncey said this in the group. Why is the baby daddy on the list? Because you shouldn't even be on the list at all, to me. Like, I'm not saying go jump off a cliff, but I am saying, like,
you had your chance.
Yeah, you already done fucked up. Or maybe she fucked up or whoever fucked up, but y'all ain't together no more.
Long story short.
There's nothing about you that is special, air quotes, to her that has any significance. I'm sure she cares if you live or die, or hopefully you ain't homeless and stuff like that. I'm sure she cared that much. But as far as like what importance do you play in her life? Like you drop the kid off, she picked the kid up, or whatever the case is, and you just move around. Like, you can gonna slide to the left, my guy. We good on you. The father, I understand that, that's still a factor in your life and it still have importance. But if you've walked her down the aisle and you've given your child away, then your child, you know what I'm saying, you agreed. That's almost like saying, I sign here and agree that you will take care of my daughter going forward because I trust that you will do her properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's all it is. I feel like you said, like when it comes to the father passes over the rights to the care of his daughter. He passes over the rights and agrees that you are going to be doing what you're doing in replace of him. Mm-hmm. And baby daddy is really irrelevant. She's just really irrelevant.
Yeah, you can move around, my guy.
Now, I'm not saying that in the event that he's not in his child's life, for whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is that even with the husband knowing that, like I said, if you got the right husband, then he doesn't overstep the parental roles. He still has his own roles in regards to the household and how he runs his household, but he doesn't overstep the parental roles if the dad is going to be there.
Yeah,
he doesn't overstep.
And see, okay, so
that's an agreement there.
That's an open conversation right there. If the father is in the child's life, I have no disrespect towards you. People think that you should automatically disrespect the baby mama or the baby daddy. I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you coming by. I don't have a problem with you dropping off the child, y'all's child, or even making a phone call if it's about the kid.
Yep.
If you're calling to see how her day was, you need to drop this call, my guy, because then me and you gonna have another conversation. Now, if you're dropping by because I was just in the neighborhood, you need to move around, my guy. Yep. Same energy. Like, you need to move around. You don't have to be here. If you're calling like, hey, I our child made F's at school. You should talk to her, him, or whatever. That's parent talk. If you're calling and saying, hey, Christmas is coming up, what you gonna get so we don't get the same stuff?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
That's parent talk. I ain't tripping on parent talk. If you with the bullshit, if you're just calling to be like, hey, you want some nuggets from Chick-fil-A? I'm in your area. Then, if she didn't cause this phone call, if she didn't invite you to make this phone call, I will be standing outside when you get here. I won't have this floral shirt on so you can know what it is, because we don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
First and foremost, shout out to Chick-fil-A. We're giving Chick-fil-A a whole lot of credit tonight. Chick-fil-A, y'all doing y'all stuff.
Yep.
Right.
Y'all making me think about them nuggets, man. Yeah. So watch this. This is where it gets strange, because, and it may not be strange to y'all.
Okay.
Marriage has changed a lot. We heard this way back on Poetic Justice when the lady looked at Regina King and said, "Where your ring at?" Tell me this: when you married in 2018, do you have to wear your ring?
Oh, wow.
In not period, to your standards. If you have a wife, she doesn't wear a ring, she's like, it's my finger sweats or whatever. Y'all are good. It ain't no cheating or nothing. Like, is that a thing? Like, is that a problem for you? Or are you like, I already know what it is? That's not what solidifies my relationship.
I know what it is, but these motherfuckers out here may not. And that's really what it is. The ring is the symbol.
Yeah.
It's the material thing that shows the significance of our love and our matrimony. Yeah, it's materialistic, true. But at the same time, the way 2018 works, niggas don't care regardless of whether that ring on is or not. So I would just prefer that ring is on.
I heard females say the same thing. I literally sat in a conversation where somebody said, "Him that vodka there. I need to pull up."
Yeah, you do.
I literally sat in a conversation where somebody said, "Hey, who is that guy?" Girl looked at the other girl and said, "Oh, he's married." The girl said, "I don't give a fuck."
Done.
And then
That's ring, no ring.
And I don't know whether he had a ring or not. I just remember
matter.
sitting nearby this conversation. I said, "Oh, that's how we rock now."
Yeah, and that's what it is.
So,
and usually, depending on the ring is kind of like saying, "Hey, the people that actually do care, they actually look at that finger and kind of say, hey, maybe not,"
Yeah.
because of the marriage factor. That's for the people that do care. So I feel like
when you see a ring, does it stop you?
Yeah, I do.
Like if you out at a bar or club
yeah.
and you see one, do you chill out or do you keep?
Yeah, I gotta chill out.
I mean,
I gotta chill out.
personally, that's the first thing you should live for.
Oh yeah, I definitely look at that. It's something I'm searching for.
But now.
Shout out to Velvet Floral shirt. The shirt is also thirsty. It is winter outside, but you feel like you needed to water the plants too.
There's,
Oh, wow.
I just poured vodka on myself. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, that's the first thing you should look for. You know what I'm saying, the ring. But like you said, nowadays some people don't wear a ring, so you still gotta ask questions. You know what I'm saying, no matter what the situation may be. Some people,
because to be honest, a lot of people don't do that.
yeah, I have seen some people. You know what I'm saying, with the tattoo on their ring finger.
If somebody tell me that they're getting it tattooed, I'm gonna say, and on top of the tattoo, put your goddamn ring.
Yeah, you gotta ask questions. If you don't see a ring, it won't hurt to ask questions. Just get yourself in the clear, and the next person is clear, so you won't be caught up in no two-way love affair.
I wish, like me, I don't know, like it's just this. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe it's because I'm from where I'm from, But I believe in traditional marriage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I marry you and I say, hey, I'm about to put a ring on it, you will wear the ring. If you say, oh, it feels funny, it fits, we're going to get it fitted. If you say, oh, at work, there's a new policy, cool. You're going to wear it to work. And then when you get to work, you can take it off during work if there's some kind of like it's slippery or whatever shit's going on. And when you leave work, you're going to put it on. And if you go to Walmart or H-E-B or Target, you're going to have it on. If you have girls' night, you're going to have it on. And if you don't, you got problems. Big ones.
I mean, if you don't wear it too, it's kind of like saying, hey, so why ain't you wearing your ring?
Or I don't like jewelry. You know, those people, they're like, oh, I don't wear any jewelry. I don't wear necklaces, earrings, or, well, you're going to wear rings. That's
yeah. You got to. I just feel like symbolically and the way society is set up right now, I feel like it's just something that you should do.
So,
the ring symbols, the marriage.
Yeah, it's symbolic. It's symbolic of marriage. People so caught up in their zodiac, they're like, oh, my zodiac is this. Or you live and die that shit, don't you? You gonna live and die this ring while you checking your goddamn horoscope, motherfucker.
And on top of that, I feel like even if you had the what if thoughts, you can kind of twirl that ring finger and be like, oh, let me bring it back to normal. You have the what if thoughts, but you can.
That ring is that reminder.
Yeah, they're a simple reminder to say, hey, I should do that shit.
I've seen movies. I don't know. I haven't been in this situation because I haven't been married. But, maybe Wild Child, you could speak on this. Or maybe, the Great Scorpion. Y'all both been married. I haven't. So I've seen times where people said they almost did something or they thought about doing something. And they looked at their ring and they was like, I'm good. Like they was at the hotel or they was texting somebody and they looked at their ring and they was like, what am I doing?
And
I'm cool.
I can say that because I used to play with my ring a lot.
Yeah.
I used to work in construction and I had to get the titanium band because I was working with construction equipment. So I used to actually play with my ring quite a bit. So even when I got any type of thoughts or
talk about
temptation or anything like that,
it was reminder.
It was there for me to play with. So it did remind me. It did it quite a bit of times.
I mean, with me, you know what I'm saying, I've been in the factory field for a very long time. There's a lot of temptation out there. So, you know what I'm saying, I like you said, you got, like the Wild Child said, you got to remind yourself when you get that ring on your finger, you know what I'm saying? I
did this for a reason.
Yeah, you might be like Ush on Confession, you bird that motherfucker around.
Yeah.
You gotta think about what you got at home and if you got kids, you gotta think about your kids also. So
that's why cheating is wild because like some people it's just two people together, they be cheating and then they break up, but people that cheat and then it's like, it's children involved, your kid, I know your kid, me and your kid, we play My Little Pony and we go run football or we play video games or whatever. Like, all that will come to a halt and the other person has to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can think about it as, oh yeah, I found a new bitch or I found a new nigga. Like, or you can think of it as like, damn, that's not, because the kid, they don't understand that. They're just going to be like, where's Wild Child? Where's Velvet? Where's he at? Where's Scorp? Well, let me tell you a story about cheating niggas.
Especially when they like young and stuff, you know what I'm saying? When they grow older, you got to explain that to the kids, you know what I'm saying? What happened to the mama, what happened to the dad and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then it takes a toll on them and stuff like that, Especially if they, you know what I'm saying, grew up with their mama or their daddy all their life, or halfway of their life, and everything. It's gonna be hard to explain to them why mama left or why daddy left and stuff like that. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, they might feel some type of way
towards
the parent. You know what I'm saying? When they grow older and all this stuff, then they just have all this anger and frustration on whoever left.
Exactly.
And they don't really, they don't understand the reason why
what happened, what took place.
What really happened, you know?
So watch this. We talked about this a while back when we said if a woman buy the man food while he's at work. If you're at work and a chick buy you food like at break, and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna cover your lunch," is that cheating? So we took a spin on this earlier in our group on Facebook. You might want to join. So it said this: if your wife or husband, for all the ladies tuning in, shares interests with somebody of another, gender, is that cheating? So just say, Wild Child, your wife is a Pokemon fan. You don't fuck with Pokemon. Nothing against them. That's not your thing. But Charles at work loves Pokemon. And her and Charles always take lunch together. And her and Charles, she's always on the phone with Charles talking about Charizard and Pikachu. Is that cheating? Is that something to be concerned about?
I feel like it's a form of cheating.
Talk about it.
I say a form of cheating in regards to, like, not necessarily she's doing anything in regards to sex or head or kissing or anything like that. I feel like you cheating on me in regards to, like, time and a little bit of effort. Not saying you ain't giving me what I need, but I feel like you literally got another relationship. If I feel like you got another relationship with this dude, even if it's just Pokemon, then I feel like it raises just a concern. It's a small one. I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong, but it does raise a concern that you and Charles, connect on this level. Which is something that, like I said, it's not saying I don't or anything like that, but because
whatever this is, it's something that you're not interested in.
Right.
It's like if you know a chick that loves football, and you and her talk football all the time. You can't talk football with her because she don't know football and she's not into that. Would you have that same energy towards?
She's gonna feel some type of way.
Would you have the same energy towards yourself, or would you feel like this relationship with Becky is inappropriate?
I know she would. So in that effect, I would take that in accountability because the simple fact, like, it's hard to say, hey, it's something I like that you don't like. So Becky gets it, but I can have that football conversation with anybody else, though.
So you'll be like, me and Larry can talk football.
Me and Larry can talk football.
You don't have to talk to Becky.
Yeah. Her and, maybe Regina can talk Pokemon. I don't know. Yeah. But I feel like if it's something that I see that is kind of questionable, and I'm not saying that it is, but it is something I'm like,
But if it's questionable to your standards.
Exactly. If it's questionable to my standards, then I'm like,
there's so many things that people think is okay.
Right. And then I was like, hey, maybe can you tone it down? Like, just leave it at, hey, we gonna go catch Pokemon, one day or whatever, or 1 hour out the day.
What is so strange?
So like it's something that you just like, hey, you just gotta keep in mind of as far as keep control of, keep in mind of, hey, maybe you don't meet with Becky every Sunday. Maybe I don't meet with Becky every Sunday. I just meet with Becky once a month in regards to like Sunday, or maybe just the Super Bowl, in regards to talking football, and then like just make an agreement, because if it's like the time that you're spending with them, it's now the time that we could have been spending together doing something. So I need you to cut that time out to spend with me. And I'm not saying I'm trying to hinder your relationship with Charles or Becky, because obviously that's something I don't relate to. So I don't want to just be like, no, cut it off, just end it, just be done. I can't do that because it's something that you enjoy that I don't enjoy, but I want you to still enjoy it. So I can't do that. But I will say, don't spend majority of your time with Charles, and I shouldn't spend my majority of my time with Becky. So if I'm not doing it, please, you don't do it, and hopefully we can be on the same page with that. And I'm not taking away from what you like, and just don't take away from what I like either.
Tell me about it, Scorp. What if she loved Lord of the Rings?
I can't stand Lord of the Rings.
And Harry Potter.
I'm about to say Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I can't stand this shit.
Or she likes all the Fridays.
I fuck with on Fridays. But the other two, I can't fuck with. But, you know, if she got somebody that she worked with, you know what I'm saying, and they like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or Star Wars and stuff like that, I mean, I can't get mad 'cause I don't fuck with that shit. You know?
That's what I mean. That's why it's another flip side to the token. Maybe you can tell me why is it actually cool.
I mean, yeah, you're going to have some thoughts, questions, and everything else in your head, but in reality, you know what I'm saying, you can get mad and you actually, you know what I'm saying, you can't get mad, but in reality, you always gonna have them thoughts in your head, you know what I'm saying, what if they talking about more than just Star Wars, Pokemon, or any other stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you don't like. So you gotta question yourself, should you get into this stuff that she likes or should you not get into this stuff she likes?
Exactly. So if this gentleman, if she say, Larry gets me, Larry, and she be sitting on the phone with Larry at night, and they not talking about nothing they don't supposed to be talking about. They talking about Harry Potter, like, oh my God, did you see?
I don't know, ain't gonna be no late night call and talking about no Harry Potter shit like that.
I just seen Pikachu.
Pikachu your ass to bed.
Yeah.
This is my time.
Yeah. So if Larry started intervening in your time, then that's when it's a problem. Mm-hmm. So if she keep it on her spare time, like at work, etc.
At work is cool, but you also, while they at work, you gotta be careful with this shit also.
I'm listening.
What if that shit, you know what I'm saying, you think they talking about this shit, but they talking about something else. You know, you also gotta keep that on the back burner also.
Exactly.
But as far as them late night calls and all that stuff and shit on your time, oh no, that shit dead and over. You know what I'm saying? That shit cut throat when she clock out and get ready to come home and she enter that doorway. Larry is off the market. There's no more Larry talk.
Here's a kicker for y'all.
I'm listening.
So, what if your lady or your girl or your guy came home and like, hey, yeah, I got a work wife, I got a work husband.
Nope. So I'm gonna answer your question and this question.
Okay.
If you like Pokemon, I like Pokemon. Now, I'm not gonna fake like Pokemon. I'm not gonna, when we first meet and you be like, I'm such a big fan of comics, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, me too. I may be like, yeah, I used to read them when I was a kid and I watched some X-Men movies, but I'm not a huge comic fan. I don't have episode 1 and the first release of Spider-Man, and I don't have that, but I do understand why you may be into it. If you show me, I might be like, wow, that's crazy, you got the first one ever released. I'm not gonna fake it. I will be like, wow, that's crazy, like you got the first one. Like you could show me, but if you say Larry, Larry has Spider-Man tattoo and he has a Wolverine tattoo and Avengers, and we watch Avengers, and after work he invited me to watch Avengers, I'm gonna say pump the brakes, motherfucker. You ain't watching me and you. I got the Fire Stick over here. We watching Avengers. I love Avengers now, and we can watch it. Cause the thing about it, you got to think, women do stuff they don't want to do. Men do stuff they don't want to do in a relationship. A woman to sit there and watch a football game with you and be like, oh boy, that guy's getting some yards. So there's some women that like sports like that. There's a lot of times they just want to spend time with you. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck how many yards he got. They don't give a fuck about the boxing match, who knocked who out. They sitting there like, oh, what happened? Why is it a foul? What they call him? Like, this is not a foul. It's boxing. He kicked him in the penis. You can't kick in the penis in boxing. Why not? Because it's boxing. You supposed to punch. You can't kick in the penis? No, honey, you can't kick in the penis. You're gonna have to explain why kicking in the penis in a boxing match is not not acceptable. You're gonna have to understand why in the middle of a basketball game when you say that when you say that Kawhi Leonard ran a touchdown in the middle of the basketball game and he ran from one side to the other and ran past and she starts screaming touchdown, you gonna have to tell her, honey, that's not that's called out of bounds.
That's the wrong sport. Wrong sport.
But you're gonna still say, honey, would you like another drink? I'm glad you spending this time with me and trying your best. And she gonna think the same thing when you telling her, wow, My Little Pony, I like this. My Little Pony, do it come with crochet braids and dreads? No, it don't. It only come with pink hair, brushed to the side like Nicki Minaj. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna fake it at all. If I'm not interested, I'm not interested, but I will try my best to show my interest in what you like. Because you got to think, how many times do us dudes talk about stuff that they don't give a fuck about? And they tell us stuff that we don't give a fuck about. They be like, oh, I need to go to Sephora because the new edition of eyelashes came out. And we're like, oh, what? Word? For real? We don't give a fuck. But at the same time, when I'm playing Xbox and I look back at my girl and I'm like, hey, I won the 200,000 points of crystals. And she's like, oh, that's great. You don't give a fuck. That's,
Don't give no goddamn shit.
so watch this here. We had somebody that follows us very well. They want to know this. It got to get a little deeper. And we'll start right at the Scorpion King here.
There you go. Yep.
Why do black people share things that tear us down? Like, we share stuff that's about us.
So you never answer the question.
Oh, I thought
So you just gonna disrespectfully not answer?
I thought he was gonna keep going. That's why I'm called.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He thought we were playing Sega Genesis. Now, we share stuff, when we say, look at this black woman, like the strip, you seen the thing at the strip club when the black woman doo-dooed on the man while she was doing a lap dance on
I
him.
didn't see that. I'm glad I didn't see that one.
So stuff like that, like we share this stuff and then we say we gotta quit doing this in the black community.
I mean, some people do it for, you know what I'm saying, for fame, for just get some views. I mean, some people, you know what I'm saying, they just do it just to be doing it. You know, They just don't give a fuck.
They just sharing shit because they saw it.
They just saying shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like a fight. If a nigga see a fight, first thing you gonna see a nigga do is what? Pull out that phone.
Mm-hmm.
Holler world star. And some more shit. You know what I'm saying? They gonna post the shit. But in reality, if they wanna see, you know what I'm saying, if something going down, they wanna see, throw it on live, on any type of live, Facebook live, Instagram live, or even they'll throw it on their Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? They just want to get their 15 minutes of fame and all this stuff. And with that being said, some people, they just do it.
But do you ever see a post yourself and you be like, I probably shouldn't share this? This is a black man fighting a black man, and we hear enough of this.
I mean, to me personally, if it's funny, I'm gonna share it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. If it's funny, I'm gonna share it. But if it's like something that, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't post, or if it's wrong, I wouldn't do that. You know, like I done seen a couple of posts where some people fighting some homeless people. You know what I'm saying?
You see, that's that shit.
That shit right there. You know what I'm saying? That right there is just wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Period.
But in reality, I have seen some homeless people whoop some motherfucking ass.
Exactly.
I have seen some shit like that. And then some shit like that, I would share it. I would share it. A homeless person whooping somebody's ass, I would share that shit.
What make you share?
I would share that shit.
What the hell?
I mean, with that being said, don't underestimate no homeless person. You know what I'm saying? Don't underestimate nobody.
You might learn today that a homeless person can whoop your ass.
Exactly.
Exactly. That means you either gonna get the money or keep it pushing.
Oh my God. I'm agree with the person who said this. Like sometimes in a group, people share stuff that's a conversation. Like we had somebody shared it was like a little black girl went up to the front, like I think it was her 3rd grade or whatever grade graduation, and they was like, "What you want to be?" And she said, "I want to be a stripper."
Oh, I seen it. I seen it.
And somebody said, "Why do we share this stuff? Tearing down the community." Me, I thought like, hey, this is a conversation we can have about what we instill into our children. They're going out here repeating this shit, and we can talk about this. But on my personal Facebook, if I see a young black child saying, "I want to be a stripper," I'm not going to share that. And in case I ever get famous and I ever get in a Kevin Hart situation, if you look back 10 years, yes, I shared that. Yeah. I've shared fights and all that stuff. I don't do that now. Like, because I look at it like, hey, people already have a certain... It's bad that people feel a certain way about us, and then this is how you know people feel a certain way about us. Because when we go in public, we feel the need to act differently. If we wouldn't feel the need to act differently if we didn't know that people feel a certain way about us. That's why when your mama used to answer the phone, she used to be like, "Hello, definitely, no problem. I'll be more than happy to pick up this shift tomorrow. Great, awesome, amazing." And then she'll hang up and she'll be like, "Them motherfuckers want me to come to work tomorrow. Stinging ass bitch called in." You're like, "Why was you talking like that, mama?" "That's what you gotta talk to the white man." You know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't feel the way. So I'm like, I don't even like for us. I hate when I see people doing all the things that people already think.
Right.
Like when I see this wholesome white family, like, oh my God, Ben, Billy, Tim, Larry, and Sarah, my wife, let's go. And they're like that, and then they're walking by, and then you see a guy walking by of African descent with his britches down to his kneecaps, and he's saying, yeah, the bitch came through. Yeah, she sucked my dick in front of all my niggas, suck my dick, yeah. And then he's singing this rap song. I'm like, don't sing this in public. Go home and sing this in your private, because you're making them say, oh, so this stuff is true. I'm a rob a bitch. I'm a stick a bitch. I'm a cheat on a bitch. Like, don't sing that song, sir. Just sing Kirk Franklin right now, because they're gonna hear this and be like, oh, so it's true. You know?
Let me tell you something right now. We as African Americans right now, we just look bad, and it's something that I actually take seriously. Like, you know,
talk about it.
It's not. We are literally looked at as entertainers, and literally that's what we're here for, and that's in the simple fact of YouTube, Facebook, entertainers, and actually somewhat uneducational. Mm-hmm. When you have things going on in the entertainment world, and I'm not saying it doesn't go on all around in regards to whoever you are, it just seems like that in this particular category, we're singled out.
Exactly.
We're singled out. You don't hear about country singers cheating on their women or anything like
having
that.
Country beef.
You know what I'm saying? Or having country beef or anything like that. You really don't hear too much about that. You don't at all. Or Tejano having Tejano beef or anything like that. You don't hear about none of that. But you definitely hear about some rap beef.
Yeah.
You definitely hear about some rap beef.
Every time you wake up,
rap beef. Someone told something about someone stole. So it doesn't make any sense for us to have this stigma, this crutch, because it is hard. So when we go out into the world or we try to make it, even though we don't have funds or money or anything like that, it's still a stigma that African Americans are entertainers. They have whatever they have going on, but they're not going to be corporate. Done not big corporate businesses are subpar. You know, not saying that they're not successful. Not saying we don't make success, but it's rare that you see black businessmen and or women, and it's rare that you see black people in politics. It's rare that you see all of this stuff in regards to if it's not sports, if it's not music. It's rare. It's rare that you see somebody that's actually doing something of purpose on TV. And even at that, we ratchet. We got Housewives of Hollywood. We got Black Ink tattoo shops, which are definitely great and well-known businesses. I'm pretty sure of it. But what you see also happen in these businesses, fights, parties, things of nature, which is entertainment to these other races.
I mean, like you said, man, with these shows and everything, you know what I'm saying, we making ourselves look bad with all these fights and all this other type of shit that's going on. If you want to be successful in these shows, you know what I'm saying, you got to eliminate all the fights, all the arguments and stuff like that. It's just like, I can say last night I was watching a show called, what was it? Growing Up in Hip Hop Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? There was a new episode where Lil Mama was going after
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow. No, not Bow Wow, but Waka Flocka Mama. When she asked her a question about going up on the stage with Jay-Z and I think it was Alicia Keys.
Went back when that happened.
Yeah. She wanted to ask about that, and then Lil Mama just flipped on her. You know what I'm saying? She like, if she stay here at this one crib, she gonna throw them hands on her. So,
wow.
So us as black people, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stop all this violence. You know what I'm saying? This black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? This right here is what the white folks. That's what they looking for. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? And we all gotta come together. You know what I'm saying? Be in one accord and an agreement, you know what I'm saying? Just stick together. Because with that being said, you know what I'm saying? By us doing all this fighting on these reality TV shows and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like the Wild Child said, and stuff like that, it just makes us look bad. And with that being said, I don't know how ratings are. I can't say on it how when these shows come out and everything, but you know, we all gotta come accord as one.
Because you got to think about drama sales,
right? And that's what it is.
This is the sad thing. Like, besides just saying like black people, drama sales. Period.
For real.
Really think about it. Everything positive, Barney, Gullah Gullah Island, Blues Clues, all that shit, whatever you want to name, pick one. It stops as when you enter being a teenager. After that, you want to see drama. We're trained to see drama. Like when you watch a reality show like that, the guy from the Browns or Meet the Browns or whatever, like his show was kind of positive. It didn't do very well. When they get Love and Hip Hop, a fight every week and fake butt cheeks.
Y'all in it. 100%.
We rocking with that.
Ratings go up and everything.
Black Ink, we rocking with that. Like with everything World Star, all I see in the comments is World Star when they post stuff that's not a fight. They're like, where the fight's at? I don't want to see this. I want to see a fight. Like people... When you watch a drama movie, a thriller, there's always something like somebody's baby daddy got a problem with somebody, and then now you're in. You're like, oh, pass the popcorn. It's some shit popping off.
Well, very true.
You naturally want to see drama. When you see a fight, what most people do, they run to the fight. Exactly. When you think differently, like I think differently now. I see a fight, I'm like, hey, let's go.
I'm ready to go.
I'm like, let's leave. I used to think differently. I'm not going to play like I was never there. Like I used to be like, oh, they fighting. Let's go see. Now I'm like, they fighting. Let's go. Like, let's leave because I know people that have been shot because they want to see the fight. Or you want to walk over there and now there's some other shit going on because you don't think differently. And like with this, I do see stuff just like even with Christianity. We share stuff that may tear Christianity down. Some of it's a good conversation. Some of it you just shouldn't share it at all. With the group when they shared the guy coming out the air like Sting from WCW. I don't know if you saw it.
You talking about the priest?
Yeah, he'll come out.
I seen that.
He'll coming out the air.
I heard of that.
I seen that, folks.
And people was offended, but at the same time, people said, "No wonder I don't go to church."
Yeah, I seen them questions too.
So this flips right back into now. Wild Child received some commentary from a listener that also wants to know why black people don't support each other. I'll start right at Wild Child because I already got my answer on this, but I want to know what you think on it.
So I was talking about it in a situation. It was like, it's crazy how we support like trips, vacations, Beyonce's and Jay-Z's and something like that. Whatever the case may be, you want to go support all that. But if your homie that you may know for a little bit may approach you with an opportunity, whatever the case may be, and I'm not saying that not saying that it's good or bad or whatever the case may be, but they your homie.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's my homie personally, I'm going to at least look into it.
Exactly.
I'm going to at least look to it and give it an honest thought because I've been knowing him for so long.
Exactly.
In regards to him wanting to better himself. Whatever this opportunity is, he is approaching it with me for a reason. It's the reason that he's doing it. But then, we don't support.
Exactly.
Or I don't support it, whatever the case may be. But do you have a reason why you're not supporting? Are you able to come up to your homie and be like, hey, the reason why I'm not supporting you is because of this?
There's no answer for this.
But there's never, and the thing of that's the kicker. There is never an answer to why you won't support the homie that's selling the CDs for $5 or the person that's actually trying to do whatever type of business that they have in mind, whatever their goals that they're setting for, whatever thing that they got webbed up into, whatever the case may be. It's something that they're pushing, something that they're passionate about. It's something that they came at you because they wanted you to know because that's your people.
Another thing, a lot of people will support you after it's successful, not prior to.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So
like I can guarantee
$1,000 a month extra on this whatever you showed them 3 months ago. Now you got this extra G that you got coming a month. They be like, hey, how you do it?
Yeah,
we both could have been riding this G wave.
Niggas come around then. Like me and Scorp both know like the DJ for Ray Shrimmer.
Yeah.
Prior to that, like he was just making beats and this stuff, shit like that. I'm not talking Mike Will made it. I'm talking about like the official DJ or whatever when they on the road. But a lot of people now after the fact, they're like, man, I always believed in you. When I was outside beating on buckets with this guy, like me and him had sticks and buckets and boxes and shit.
Playing football with this kid.
And we're just out there beating on boxes. Now he'd be like, I look at his Snapchat or Instagram or whatever the case may be. And he's like, we're in Amsterdam, we're out here, we're in England, we're in London, we're in UK, we're doing all this shit. And people saying, I always believed. Even now, to this day, with us having the podcast, people be like, I always knew something. I'm like, we still trying to make it. But you already starting that in the middle. But before I was doing something when I was like, I just work and, I catch the bus or whatever the case may be, then people like, yeah. Then we say, hey, I got this thing going on. They be like, I knew something was I always knew something. Like, you
gonna make something of yourself.
You should have supported me right as soon as I said I have an idea. Like, I think really we're too entitled. Like, I do believe that and I don't feel this way, but I believe if Wild Child tell me or Scorp tells me, hey, I'm starting a business, I'm going to start delivering hot wings. I got a little truck. I'm going to do a little food truck and we're going to do delivery. The moment you start, the people you know already, they feel like, hey man, I'm your cousin. Hey, can you just drop some wings off? If you're going to be in the area, just drop some wings off. They didn't say I'm going to buy none. That's how people feel. They were like, since I know you, you just automatically supposed to do it for free. I feel like if you're doing shit and I know you, I don't give a fuck that I know you. If you tell me I'm selling shirts, I'm gonna say how much they cost. I'm gonna say how much they cost. I'm not gonna say, well, technically, because I know you, it's supposed to be free. I'm not gonna say technically we used to work together. I ain't gonna give no backstory. If you say, hey, I deliver barbecue now, I have supplements, I don't give a fuck what you do. If you tell me that's what I do, I'm gonna be like, how do I do it? And that's how we should think. Like, if I know what you're doing is, I don't care if you're selling notebooks for high school. You're like, hey, I've got school supplies. I'm like, I'm gonna buy a notebook. It's that easy. It's that easy. My mom is an author. She wrote a book. You know what half of our family said? Well, mine is gonna be free, right?
That's crazy.
She was like, well, I'm doing a book thing.
And she probably got a book tour, and she got plus probably stuff she got to do.
And she like sign this.
Sign for it. Like, no, you ain't getting shit for free.
And they're like, well, I'm your cousin. And she's like, yeah, I'm your cousin. Like, Scorp can tell you, I've known Scorp since 4th grade. If his mom said, hey, I want a cake, she would call my mom. My mom would tell her how much it costs, and she would buy it. She didn't say, they acting funny over there. She didn't say that. She just said, cool, let me know what it costs. I'm going to buy one. And then my mom will make it and she'll buy it. And she didn't say there's something funny going on. She just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no problem. It's just like, cool, I'm going to make the cake. You tell me what you want. I'm going to make it. And then she bring the money and then we bring the cake over. No, and there was no problem.
I do my best on that, man. I try to do my best in regards to who, what, when, where, why.
My mom sent me the link. She'd be like, hey, you want a book? Here's the link. And I will have to purchase it. Like, I don't say this is kind of funny stuff going on.
I do my best, man. It's hard out here. And that's just not for just black business owners. It's just business owners, period. Like, you going for something that actually you're trying to create yourself. And if it's not yourself, maybe it's 2 of y'all, maybe it's 3 of y'all, whatever the case may be. But it's something that is prosperous, or you would believe that it's prosperous. I may not even believe in your business or what you got going on, but because I know you, I still gotta support. Like, if we cool, like we tight like that, whatever, I still gotta support you in some way, shape, or form. I'm like, hey, look, even though I'm just saying, hey, look, I don't know what this $5 is gonna take you, bro, in regards to it, but I want to at least show some type of support, let you know that I believe in your next step.
Because when they blow, don't turn around and say, I always had a feeling.
So support. If you got some people that you know that are doing their thing, trying to live their life, trying to get to the next level, just please support them. They need your support. They need every inch of what you can do for them, whether it's money-wise, whether it's just getting the word out, whatever the case may be. They need your support. Show them that love. They ain't going to show you the exact same love. If it's mutual, they'll show you the love, and just continue to support. Whether it's shirts, whether it's shoes, whether it's drawers, whether it's socks, whether
G-strings,
watches,
whatever.
G-strings, stripper clothes, dildos. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. For food.
If they sell G-strings, you buy one, Scorp.
Scorp definitely getting one.
Yeah. He getting the leopard.
He definitely gonna hit the pole this evening.
He getting the leopard.
You know what I'm saying? I do prime example like this, you know what I'm saying? Like the Phil said, me and him, we been knowing each other since 4th grade, you know. And when this podcast came along, you know what I'm saying, he reached out to me and stuff like that. I mean, we got, me and him both, personally, we got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning, they was down on us saying, oh, the podcast ain't gonna do this, or, you know what I'm saying, the podcast ain't gonna be nothing without me on the jump, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But now look at us, you know what I'm saying? We got people asking, the same people that's down in this, you know what I'm saying? They asking to be on the podcast. They want to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? After they done seen how successful the whole crew has been, you know. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Us as black people, like everybody said, you know, we gotta support each other no matter what the whole situation may be. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you like the cookie lady selling cookies, selling cakes, whatever. Me personally, I'm gonna support the cookie lady because I've been down with the cookie lady since day one. You know what I'm saying? My mama been down with the cookie lady since day one.
I support the cookie lady. I'm thinking about getting some right now.
She posted on the group today. Cookies from the cookie lady. I salute people from Kenya. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you got a business, do your business right without all the drama. You know what I'm saying? All the nonsense and everything. Because some, you know what I'm saying, you got some haters, you know what I'm saying, out there. They gonna down you. They gonna say this and that and whatever. Stuff like that. Then when they see you doing successful, like the Velvet said, you know what I'm saying, oh, I knew they was gonna make it and stuff like that. No, you was down on us since day one. Now since you saying we on the move, we on the rise and stuff like that, oh, now you want to be down with the team. Now you want to be support. You should have been support since day one. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Me personally, if I see stuff like that, like people
You flimsy.
People been down on me, you know what I'm saying, since I moved to Texas. I've had a lot of people say, oh, you a country boy, you ain't gonna survive in the city. You know what I'm saying? You not a city boy, you're not gonna adapt like that so quick in the city. You know what I'm saying? Now look at me. I'm back in the city. I got my own spot. Paying my bills by myself. Got my own crib.
Folks,
got my own car. You know what I'm saying? I'm surviving in the city. You know what I'm saying? So I salute to all the people that down in me. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, that motivates me to keep going and going. You know what I'm saying? To prove people wrong.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? That keeps me going, keeps me energized, keeps me motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like T.I. said, motivation.
Hey.
Motivation. That's the key word right there. When people try to down you, you know what I'm saying? You take all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? You use it as motivation. Because without motivation, you just showing them that you can't survive or you can't do what you saying. You proving them that they right. But also you gotta prove to them that they are wrong. You can do better than what they say you cannot do.
so let me ask you this. Have anybody had a stalker?
I don't know where to begin.
You ever had somebody that was, they may not have been hiding in the bushes, but they might have been doing too much?
Boy, let me take my coat off.
You took your coat.
Oh boy, stalkers.
I'm trying to think right now.
Oh wow, I need a drink on that though, bro.
Go ahead, support. Go ahead, sip
Yeah.
up. Go on, sip up, my brother. I'm pretty lit myself. But I was drinking straight. So, you know.
Talk about it.
I can't think of one right now. I can't think of one right now at all.
Scorp has one.
I feel like that.
He has that expression on his face.
He had a whole episode.
What did they do that led you to think this might be a stalker?
I mean, me personally, I watch for everything, you know what I'm saying? I may be quiet and all that type of stuff. I'm quiet for a reason because I sit back and I absorb everything that's around me, you know. And then if I see something or if I sense something that's gonna go wrong later on in the future, I'm gonna tell you about it. And if you call me a lie, then when it happened, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna tell you about it. Say for instance, you know what I'm saying, me personally, yeah, I was married before. And once everything was settled, done, and over with, you know what I'm saying, I got off work. I got off work one day, and baby mom thought I was at home all day, but in reality, I got off work early. She thought I was at home all day.
So you was lying ass.
And she thought she seen the car. No, what she really thought was she seen the car parked, and she thought the car was parked all day.
She was spying.
She was spying. She was downstairs from where I was. I was upstairs. She was downstairs, and she was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Sleep." Oh, so you been at home all day sleep? No, I just got off work about an hour ago. I've been over here all day, so you spying on me now.
Wow.
You trying to see what's coming up upstairs in this apartment now, huh? But you don't stay here no more. You know what I'm saying? You going about your business. You doing your thing, I'm doing mine, you know? It is what it is.
Things are being done.
Mm-hmm.
What it sounds like.
I mean, what you do is what you do. What I do is what I do. My main concern is in reality, my number one priority is my child. You know what I'm saying? I get whatever I can, what she need. She need clothes, I'm gonna get it. She needs shoes, I'm gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of my business. Just make sure you take care of yours.
What stalker did you have?
I don't think I've had one, bro. Either A, I may get rid of them, or B, I just don't pick that part of the bunch. But I've never had nobody really like down my throat about
Was it while you were in a relationship or after? Or it didn't happen, period?
I don't think I had a period. Like I think like I guess I pick and choose wisely for real. But I guess I can say I really rarely ever had a chance to, because I was on and off with my lady for 9 years.
I had a strange experience.
So,
oh wow! I mean, I done had plenty of moments I can be outside and some used to ride across the crib. Then later on they text.
You get a detail.
I get a text. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you outside earlier. I'm like, really? What was I wearing? You know what I'm saying? They tell me everything I had on and everything. I'm like, damn, you was stalking that? And I done had one stalker, and this was like, I say 4 months ago. Used to come up to my crib, you know what I'm saying? In the car one day, and I see him tell me, like, you know, I came by your crib in your car, and then I'm like, okay, I'm glad I wasn't there.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, stalkers are out there, so beware of all stalkers, male or female.
I've heard some stories about some stalkers. I've definitely heard some stories about some stalkers, but I can't say that I have one myself.
The only time I've had a stalker, let's see. I've had a time when I didn't have, my cell phone was having issues. And a young lady that I would talk to she gave me a cell phone. Mm-hmm. I went out to a strip club. This young lady irritated my soul.
So you went to the Shaky Plenty. Okay.
Yeah, I went to the Shaky Plenty. I was at the strip club, and I told her this so she could not text me all night. So I told her, I'm feeling real sleepy. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Once I told her I went to bed, she said, that's okay, honey. Go to bed.
Okay.
Then I got a text. What you doing? I responded, I thought I told you. I went to bed. She said, you're at a strip club called Paradise.
Ooh.
On the east side.
Hey, it's not there no more, but shout out to Paradise. You know what it is?
She told me I know where you're at. She said you have a polo sweater on with a blue horse on it, orange sweater. It has the navy blue horse on it, and you have a fedora, a Neo hat on.
Oh shit!
You're holding a pineapple in your hand with vodka in it. I looked at my hand. That was absolutely true. I looked around the room. I didn't see anyone that I knew, but apparently somebody saw me and they knew who I was.
Oh,
I didn't know who they was, but they must knew her, but I didn't know them because I didn't see anyone that looked familiar. The snitching began.
Damn. They put your whole outfit out there and everything. That's disrespectful.
So, with this being said, this takes me right to a whole nother place. This lets us know that you might want to beware who's watching. Now, this is where I have to ask a different type of question. Why is it when you go to somebody, and this is my final question of the day, when you go to somebody else's house and you feel a strange feeling in your stomach, and you have to boo-boo, and you're at their house and you already don't want to boo-boo there.
Right. When
you do boo-boo there, you tend to leave streaks on the toilet.
I'm done with you. Go ahead and give out the shout outs.
No, we got to talk about this because I know I ain't the only one been through it. We need Scorpion King here for this.
I can't.
Do you want to start on it? Or you think Scorpion King?
I think he should start on this since he just came in.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He stepped out the room. I'm finna.
We don't need a question. It just happened. The question just happened.
When you go to somebody else's house and you had to boo boo, why you leave boo boo stains on the toilet seat? Not on the toilet. Let me rephrase. Not on the toilet seat, but inside the bowl. You know when it go down,
you ain't got no choice. Like it's just the way the water.
Yeah, you be like, damn. You be like, I already didn't want them to know this what I was doing. Now I done left the streaks. Why they happen? They don't happen when you at the house, but when you go to somebody else's house, then all of a sudden you want streaks all on.
It's a whole half circle of streaks on there. I'm not about to play with you.
It's a vibe.
What do you do in this situation, Scoop?
It's a vibe. Me personally, I ain't never done this before, so I can't. I don't know. If it happens to me, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'll tell straight off the real. I had to shit. I couldn't hold it, so I'm going to the bathroom about 15, 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Let it air out.
Yeah.
Hey. Before you go up in there, because if you go up in there, you might pass out.
Oh, well, what about the streak? What you do? You wipe it off or you just leave it on there? Because you really can't get it unless...
I mean, if it's inside the toilet bowl, I'm not going to wipe shit. I'm just going to leave that motherfucker there. Like, look, this is what it is. I told you I had the shit. You know what I'm saying? You got rings. I might not even say shit. I'm like, they go up in there, and I'm like, what is this, all this? I'm like, look, I told you I had the shit. You know it is what it is. You said I can use your bathrooms. I use your bathroom.
Yeah. What do you do in this situation?
First of all, I just want to start off by saying, shit happens. Okay?
It definitely happens,
Shit
apparently.
happens, okay? So, whenever it has to go down, it has to go down. I don't determine that, my body does, and I'm not holding my shit for nobody trying to be backed up and causing irregular bowel movements and shit like that. Just not gonna happen. Third off, if they do have a toilet brush, you know what I'm saying, maybe you can get that. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely observe the area. Last but not least, if there's no toilet brush, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it like Nike. It's a natural bodily function, and everybody does it.
Yeah.
So, in that case, shit happens.
So, but do you feel a sense of...
Nope, I'm not wiping it off. Feel a sense of pride, goddammit. It's a goddamn sense of pride.
Yeah.
I took shit. It happened. That's the dunzy. That is the dunzo. It felt good. I feel better. You should be happy that I feel better.
So if you shit in somebody's house and that streak get on their toilet,
yep.
What's your explanation? Do you explain? I need to know. Do you explain or do you just go in the room? Because you got to think. You say, hey, where your bathroom at? They said it's back there.
Right. You
went back there. You did your thing, and you went right back. You wash your hands and every shit, right. And you went back in the front, and you just start back watching TV.
That's what's gonna happen.
So
I feel like people be like, if they take a shit in somebody's spot, they committed a crime. They ain't committed no goddamn crime. I take a shit.
Yeah.
Why Why you questioning me about my shitty situation?
So you ain't gonna tell? You ain't gonna tell them why this happened?
Probably because what I ate here, probably. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
So it might be their fault for their.
It might be. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna question me about some shit that might be your fault?
Oh my God!
Like I ain't eat, and then I ate, and then I had the shits. So whose fault is that?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't mine.
Squirt, what you do?
Oh wow.
Do you let them know that something happened to their toilet?
Hell no. Oh, look, I'm gonna tell y'all real. I got the shit.
Yeah.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? You might not like what's the aftermath
Yeah.
and what goes on with this
This
shit.
was. Yeah.
There finna be some bombs dropping over Baghdad.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Oh my God.
So it's literally just it's a shitty situation. And shit happens. So you can't.
If you get mad, you get mad. It is what it is.
So, but
I warned you that I had the shit.
But here's my question though. So if you go to their house, you at their house,
No fucks.
is you gonna say, yo,
Nope.
I kind of,
No fucks. I'm going to the restroom like normal.
but so you don't say nothing.
Nope.
You just go back in the living room, start back watching Harry Potter.
Yep. Again, shit happens.
I agree.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
I second this amendment.
So I was like, why do I have to come back and tell you something? Hey, yo, you might want to, No, if something happens while I'm in there now that's a different story.
Now,
If some shit happen while I'm in there, then I'm like, hey, yeah, you might want to.
Do you feel?
I would say this: if the toilet stop up, I'm gonna ask you, look, what the plunge? You know,
If the plunger in there, I still ain't saying shit.
and yeah, if the plunge in there, I ain't
I'm
gonna
just
say
gonna make
shit.
it happen.
But if the plunger ain't in there, I'm gonna ask you, look,
Yeah, I gotta get that.
I got a little situation going on. You know what I'm saying? Your toilet just overflowed. I need the plunge. What a plunge is. All you got to do is, tell me what a plunge is. Don't ask no other question.
Yeah.
Just tell me what a plunge is.
And move on.
Just move on by the situation. All I'm gonna say is just use your imagination.
For real.
So you know what I wonder? I wonder, is that black culture or is this everybody culture? That what everybody do?
I don't know.
Because I know when I go to somebody else's house and shit, I don't tell nobody what happened. Like if it don't go as I thought it was gonna go, I don't tell them, hey, I put a little streak on the toilet.
There was a rumbling in my tummy, and I had to drop the kids off to the pool and take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I want to let you know that.
Yeah.
He said the Browns to the Super Bowl.
They finally made it, baby. They finally made it.
I heard.
Oh my God.
But I ain't saying shit.
Yeah.
Literally, I ain't saying shit.
With that being said,
Bombs over Baghdad.
we going straight to the. Go ahead and give your. We need a shout out. I feel something strange.
Oh boy. First and foremost, I'm gonna give
That vodka do some shit to me.
I'm gonna give a special shout out to the very juggernaut who finna about to piss for the 15th time.
Boy, that boy
This episode.
He in a pissy situation.
Give it for watch out.
That boy is in a pissy situation. Y'all should see this shit.
Y'all gotta pray for the boy. You know what I'm saying? He been having a weak bladder for the longest. That was a quick ass piece. Well, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give a shout out to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? For bringing us all together. You know what I'm saying? Bringing us to see a brand new day. You know what I'm saying? Even though we are doing wrong, the Lord still blesses us each and every day. Amen. Amen. Can I get an amen? Juggernaut?
Amen.
Thank you. Give an amen. Give another amen for Monopoly in her absence.
She get a bum too.
Shout out to all the children around the board. Give a shout out to Monopoly in her absence. Have mercy. Make your paper. Make your paper.
Amen.
Yo, give a shout out to everyone that's listening. I want to give, first of all, I want to give a shout out to my mama. You know what
Hey.
I'm saying? I was shocked that I went home and I found out that she is listening to this podcast. Mama, you found out some things about your son that you never found out before. So, thank you for listening and supporting, and don't forget to pass out them business cards. Give a shout out to the Cookie Lady, our #1 supporter of the Velvet Vibes podcast.
Hey.
Have mercy.
Hey.
I feel it. Feel it. I don't know if this is liver talking. Shout out to my boy, the Golden Nuts.
I still
Hey.
yet to beat this
The
motherfucker.
Golden Nuts.
Nigga, that gold mess is just like, what the fuck? We gotta talk about some stuff. We gotta talk about some shit.
The Golden Nuts. Shout out to the 662.
Exactly.
Shout out to the 662. You know, so that's my home. That's my home.
Wow, child. Who need one from me?
That is my home.
Let them nigga give us econ to us.
Shout out,
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's listening in the podcast. You know what I'm saying? If you have not, and I have not joined the group,
You tripping, son.
say that again.
You is tripping,
Say
son.
it one more time.
Hey.
About everything.
All of it.
Music and all. You don't know what you're missing.
All of
You
it.
not know what you're missing. Shout out to everybody, and I mean everybody, not even in the group. We even got people overseas that's listening. I shout out and salute y'all.
Hey.
Biggest supporters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And thank you for this podcast, you know what I'm saying, for allowing me to be a part of this group.
Mm-hmm.
Not only this group, this family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're growing. 2019 is upon us, and we got bigger.
Oh, we finna slate that year.
We got bigger, and I mean bigger and better things coming very, very soon.
Hashtag join the movement.
And not only that, and as I end this, you know what I'm saying, it's December, and I can speak upon everybody that's on this podcast. December is National AIDS Awareness Month, and we do support safe sex.
Man, say that shit.
We do support safe sex.
I've been dreaming of fish, and I've been dreaming of people scratching, so we don't know.
We support that for the longest. So if you do not know what it's a lot of free clinics around here. We advise you to go get checked.
Definitely.
And everything and all that stuff.
All jokes aside.
You know what I'm saying? Us black people, you know what I'm saying? I've heard, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of us that, you know what I'm saying, not having safe sex, and we are carrying a lot of diseases. So I advise everyone to go and get checked and everything, because Velvet Vibe Pimpcast, we do support safe sex.
Amen. Amen. Passing it right on. First off, how can they reach you if they want to reach you?
You can reach me at magicmike3205@gmail.com, or you can reach me at the Scorpion King 662@gmail.com.
Amen. With that being said, I definitely want to make sure to give a shout out to. Actually, I want to make sure to pass the microphone right over to the SA Wild Child.
What it is, and what it will be, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute. But we're going to give some shout-outs. Shout-out to the people of choice in the building. And shout-out to Monopoly in her absence. We're going to continue to move this around to the offspring of the people in the building. Right on to the supporters. The love and support is always cherished. Never goes unnoticed. And we'll give a shout out to D. Anthony Singh. And shout out to Rich Off the Deck.
Woo!
They still swirling around, people. And if you didn't hear that episode, please go listen to that episode.
You said something there.
Big bucks. And if you're talking about big bucks and you don't give a fuck, you might want to reach out. There's some people that's making big bucks. I'm literally about to hop on that train, ladies and gentlemen. But
come and ride this train.
Hey,
Get right. Come and ride this train. Get right. Come and ride it. It's a choo-choo train. Woo! Oh! Ow! Go ahead and do
we
it.
might gonna turn up after this. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It might be a half-hour session. You may see it live. You may not.
Turn up.
You may not. But anyway, I'm not done, but I'm definitely not finished.
Speak up.
Continue to live the life that you love and love the life that you live. There's so much stuff going on in this world, so we want to give a shout out to the people that's still here, living and breathing, because that means you had another day to live. And if you wake up tomorrow, also means that there's something that is left undone that you got to do. So continue to be a positive influence, not only on yourself, but on the others that surround you, so that way you can pass off these positive vibes. Other than that, you can reach me, sawildchild@gmail.com. Instagram is sawildchild210. And please make sure that you're active in the group. And last but not least, what we spoke about, support.
Hey.
If it's not us, just please support somebody else that you know that's on their journey to doing big things. They need that. They need that. We need it. Everybody needs it that's doing their own thing. This is not easy. It is definitely fun, and we would definitely love to take this to any level that you guys allow us to in regards to your support. That's the only way we can do this. So make sure that in any way that you can, like, share, subscribe, follow, any way that you can. Numbers are everything. But I'm going to pass it over to the Velvet Dragonite of Choice. I don't know, nigga, I always got some shit to say.
Did you tell them how you could be reached?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, being the fact that we're all drunk in this motherfucker. We make sure you get it raw, uncut, and drunk as fuck. That way you can hear what comes right from our soul. With that being said, we have something coming called Shoutouts. You got shoutouts all the way to back home to the Golden Nuts. You got shoutouts all the way to Mama. We got here the Mama. As Takeoff would say. Yeah.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. Got thing cookies. You know how cookies go. Got a shout out for Mama. Definitely want to say it like the boys, the men said, Mama, you know. Definitely to make sure to get. Oh, there you go. Shout outs to Napoli in her absence. Yoga, wait. Definitely want to make sure that when she's walking by, she can hear this sound. That's right, Napoli. I just smacked you on the booty. This don't normally happen, but I've been drinking today.
You've been drinking.
I
gotta do that for
But one time.
Hey, I'm sending you a clue, baby girl. We gotta keep this internal love here. No, definitely want to make sure to get a shout out to the whole posse, the Velvet Vibes podcast, the group on Facebook. If you're following us on on Instagram, as you should, Velvet Vibes Pimpcast, all is one word, no capital letters, no funny business. Make sure to do that so you can see what's popping, when it's popping. Make sure you grab our merch. You know, we keep the link in the bio right on Instagram. So if you want a hoodie, a t-shirt, a muscle shirt, we even got fucking socks. We coming out with them. Even the the phone cases coming soon. Phone.
I want the socks though.
Yeah, we got the socks.
I'm finna order me some more shit next week. I'm finna order some socks.
Yeah.
I'm finna order some more hoodies. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas season, so a lot of people finna be supporting the Velvet Vibes.
I'm actually probably about to order them shits right now.
We got our whole own fucking clothing line right now. We got hoodies, t-shirts, muscle shirts, socks.
You know what?
Phone cases coming soon.
That was the pimps in the pod.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I want that shirt. I'm
finna get a hoodie for that and a shirt.
Yeah.
I'm finna get a hoodie and a shirt.
I already got my hoodie.
If you see something and you want it a different way and you're just like, I want one that's kind of like fill in the blank, hit me up at 100%velvet@gmail.com. We do custom shit. If you like, I want mine a little bit like this and a little bit like that, that's cool. If you don't like what we already got up, I'll do it how you want it. As Tupac said, how do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up is a...
In the gas, living in the fast lane. How do you want it?
Don't y'all do me like that. How do you feel? Coming up is a...
Nigga in the cascade, living in the fast lane. Now for real.
Woo! You know what? I'm sending shout out to From the Bottom. I'm sending shout outs to the Scoop Grady, Inside Scoop podcast. Y'all know how y'all do it. Shout out to the whole Black Podcasters United, Black Podcasting Network. You know how we do shit. To the whole fucking network, because you know all the podcasts that falls under that umbrella, we fuck with y'all. Hey. Under the umbrella, Ella, under the umbrella. So you know what to do. You hit me up at 100%velvet@gmail.com. You want your song featured on the podcast? Same shit. Hit me at that email address. We can go ahead and get it popping. With that being said, I think we cooked real good up in this bitch. We out this thing, baby. I'm leaving you right with our intro. Hold up something, yeah, you knew the mink is purple, got the move. To all the listeners in the tribe, we're about to have some velvet vibes. In the house, Jim of the ride, reach over and pull that wine. Now we gon' drop it on your mind. Don't let nothing or nobody steal the vibe. Velvet Vibes is the one that you can't pass. If you ain't know, the pimp cast on your ass. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to a pimp cast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to a pimp cast.